Daddy was born in the townland that we're sitting in, Lurgan County. Was born in July 49 and met Mummy in the early 60s, Imelda McShane from Hilltown, and got married in September 68. Lived for a short while in Hilltown before moving to Clontarfleece, where they had 5 children, first born in May 69, right up until myself to June 85. So there's 5 children. Whenever Daddy passed away, we had 8 grandchildren, and there's since been another one added on to that, and a great grandchild as well. Daddy's love with his family. His second love, what we've always said, was the farm and the sheep that surrounds us. But loved life, drove a digger all his life, worked on the land, but was proud to be a Burren man, and proud of his family and all their achievements. Our first connection with Life and Time was back in September 2018. Mummy and Daddy had celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, and instead of gifts they made a donation to Life and Time. 6 weeks later, Daddy unfortunately was diagnosed with cancer, but after that period, Life and Time, we knew the people that worked within Life and Time, the volunteers. They weren't strangers, and they cared for us all throughout the period, because we got to know, they knew Daddy wasn't well, so they asked us about Daddy whenever we seen them. But unfortunately, in Daddy's final stages of life, they not only cared for Daddy, they cared for us all as a family. We anticipated their phone calls every night, and they asked how Daddy was, but equally important, they asked how we were as a family, what to expect next, did we need anything, be it guidance from a doctor or a consultant or somebody along those lines, or even guidance with regards to how to prepare for the end. Palliative care just isn't about end of life, it's about living your life as best you can, in trying and challenging circumstances, and that's what it is. It's Life and Time. It gives you the best of the time that you have in the life that you have remaining. Daddy's health deteriorated from the November of 2019, and from that point Dr. Henry came out and we had the conversation around the kitchen table, and it was the conversation of, Desi, where do you want to die? And it's these conversations that are vitally important. Daddy chose to die at home, that's where he wanted to be, and it was with the help and support of Life and Time that we were able to facilitate this, in order that he could pass away peacefully in his own bed. He could pass away with his family around him and his loved ones around him, but he could pass away with dignity, in caring that, knowing that it was local people who were caring for Daddy, who were caring for us, who were giving us the support that we needed. And it wasn't just medical support, it was knowing that there was somebody there who cared, and that was something that Daddy always said, that it was nice to know that somebody cared enough to give up their time to be with us at our time of need. Advanced care planning is something that we all need to speak about. Daddy was under the palliative care team from the November, but not the end of life care only kicked in probably late January. But in that November to January period, we were able to have the conversations about his final wishes, be it his funeral arrangements, who was to carry out, even his will and testimony, bits and pieces like that, we were able to discuss. So it's something that, as humans and as an ageing population, we all need to speak about, but we all need to speak about from a younger age, to ensure that our wishes are fulfilled, no matter how we die or when we die or what age we die at. Life and Time enabled us to care for Daddy at home, but as Daddy and I had said, they didn't only care for him, they cared for us all. But Life and Time weren't strangers. Life and Time were dedicated local professionals who we knew as a family, we knew as individuals, who came in and blended in with the rest of the family. and it was their support that supported us through some of the hardest days that we had as a family unit over the loss of Daddy back in February of 2020.